That's it.
Hail Bacchus! Hail Bacchus! Hail Bacchus! Hail Bacchus!
That's so funny.
Are you not entertained?
Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, BACCHUS, Yahweh Shai, BACCHUS Kakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the rule well and teach well, and salutations to our Akim, who's pushing his truth in all honesty and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This is the brother Ramla coming at you with a quick video through the spirit, power, and mercy of Yahweh, BACCHUS, Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this be edifying. As you can see, this is Shaquille O'Neal dressing up and getting festive for Mardi Gras 2025. As you can see, it says Hail Bacchus. All right, and that was this spirit that the Greco-Romans, all right, came in a festive spirit, all right, a so-called deity that they worship in a festive spirit. All right, go back to Dionysus, all right, the Greco-Roman god, so-called god of wine, all right, you know, fertility and all that. They just show you that it goes back to a certain spirit that was in back then, those that was living during that time in the Greco-Roman time period. All right, started with the Greeks, and then it bled off into the Roman Empire. All right, what you tell you that a lot of these jakes today are those jakes in the Grecian Empire coming back. It was in that today they had the fraternities and all these different things. They in that Greekish fashion. All right, those are people in a Hellenized mindset today. All right, as you can see, this nigga Shaquille O'Neal. All right, just a bunch of Jake. All right, that's in that Mardi Gras spirit, all that. All right, spirit of Bacchus, just want to turn up. And like Shaquille O'Neal, like he about to join the IUIC, you know, in that gold and purple. All right, but in the spirit of Bacchus, just want to be merry, drink, and fornicate, so-called fornicate, because the world said today they think fornication is sex, man. It's deeper than that. All right, first form of fornication is turning you away from the Heavenly Father, following after other gods. All right, and living a perverse lifestyle. You know, that's what fornication is. But they want to be in that spirit of Bacchus, which, lead to that freak off demon, man. But Didi had the freak off demon, which is wicked as hell, man. In the spirit, just want to drink wine and be merry, the spirit of Bacchus, man. That's all 2/3 want to do, man. All right. Then you have a form of that in the Christian church, just want to feel good, turn up. All right. Present yourself to be holy on Sunday. But hey, that Saturday night, and so that Saturday morning, you was in the spirit of Bacchus, man. Then you want to come to the church, which going to a church don't make you holy, man. Just because you set foot in there. Because Scripture say the Lord deal not in temples made with hands. All right, so, hey, man, Jake just out forth with their wickedness. All right, through the spirit, they count with that guy. All right, he ultimately had a Bacchus demon. That guy, man, that's what we just call him, that guy. In his count, because they had Passover in a nightclub a year or two ago. All right, that was in a nightclub having Passover. Was wicked as hell. They had that Bacchus demon, man. That worldly mindset on them, man. All right, so I just want to do a video on this to make them parallels, man. Hey, people in their wickedness is being exposed. We're not saying that we're perfect, but hey, these 2/3 are outright with their wickedness, man. All right, so nothing gonna be hid in these last days. All right, these people, they heard the word, they heard the truth, so now they have no cloak for their sins. So, they outright, all right, showing their folly, the folly being revealed. All right, even it, as if it was hid already. A lot of them, ain't no shame in their game in proclaiming their wickedness. So, a lot of people is outright with it. All right. But nonetheless, they have no cloak for their sins, man, because in this time with this knowledge coming out on the byways and the highways and by the way of the internet, it's no excuse. All right, but we know that these people is giving up to their own vile affections until their own deceits, man. The Lord gave them up to that because it got to be a 2/3 that's going to be destroyed, man. The Lord's not going to save all of Israel. So it was already ordained through the Spirit. All right, so, hey, Lord willing, edifying and uplifting. With that being said, shalom.